Everyone, welcome to the fold. We were just talking about in the 1860s about how there is a huge fear of being buried alive and the various contraptions that they made to combat that. And so we welcome you here to the rising hunger.
And on that cheery note,
where a major theme is death and the undead and eating of the alive to fuel further life. And yes, we're happy to have you all here. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to take a break from the world and be transported to somewhere else for a while. Oh, but like we were saying, Jen suggested earlier, if a steak gets called during the stream, everyone gets a point of inspiration. So you'll have to let us know in the chat. Alright, and so with that, Kobold Press is sponsoring us, of course, for this season. Very, very cool. We are giving away a hardcover copy of the Midgard Hero's Handbook, which, if you haven't seen that, it is exceptional. I mean, Midgard is just a wonderful, wonderful setting that is fully fleshed out with factions and kingdoms and so many wonderful things, and there are awesome character choices and spells and subclasses and species. It's very, very cool. So you have to stick around until the halfway mark to enter when we launch that giveaway. And of course, thank you Kobold Press for sponsoring us, for allowing us to to pay our players here, because that's kick-ass. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm Sage. I'm your storyteller today.
Which leaves me, the Willy Boo, at the Willy Boo, fun posting online and having a good time. Bringing for you tonight one LuVon Chromarak. Recently tasted blood and feeling a bit hungry.
I'm Riana. I'm playing Six Killer, the Kenku Paladin. She finished what she needed to do. She found her friend. She's just sticking around to see how it goes out. But I mean, she could dip out anytime. Doesn't have to be here. It's been fun though.
And I'm Matt. I'll be Valka Ilford, the Shadow High Witch. He's on the case. Don't worry about it. He's going to figure it all out, or at least fumble his way into a success one way or the other. Probably with the help of the other three people that he's tagging along with, who are definitely more competent than him.
Definitely people, yes. I'm Jen. I'll be playing Marrowmorn, the orc bard, who's definitely not dead, definitely not a shade. And I'm gonna let everyone know that I'm bringing it all to the field today. You know, I'm gonna put 110% on. I'm gonna blood, sweat, tears, grass stains. It's all coming. You know, like we're gonna do it. We're gonna end it. We're gonna, yep. Second to last show of the season. Let's take it to the limit.
Second to the last.
Wait, second to the last. Yeah, that's what I said. I think penultimate.
Oh, yes. I didn't hear you. Fabulous. Yes, this is our second to last episode of the season. Next week, Friday the 13th, will be our season finale, and then we'll take a quick month and a half-ish respite, and then we'll be back in January for season 2. So follow us on the Venture Maidens to find out, or to check out our streaming schedule and make sure that you're up to date. And in the meantime, if you're one of our patrons for the Venture Maidens, I edit this audio and release it as a Patreon-only special perk. For only $1 a month, you can get our beautiful edited voices right in your ears.
LuVon Asmer.
And
Hey, no, wait, that should be separate. You should be charging for that.
Yeah, is that LuVon's last name too? No, I know.
LuVon.
LuVon Asmer.
LuVon Asmer Chromarak. There you go.
So, yeah.
heck yes. And so to recap briefly what you all happened last time, some things you learned, we began heading down into the Temple of Ecstasies, where you all finished your confrontation with Boris Jr. LuVon tasted blood for the first time and needed a minute. And after finishing off Boris Jr., you all continued exploring the Temple of Ecstasies, where you found Felicia Baelsha's bedroom. She was the pale-haired, very voluptuous head of this cult down here, who you had easily slain the last time you were down here. You found the brother Linus's bedroom. You had a quick confrontation with a red glass golem. And then you rounded the corner and found a sort of jail cell where people had been hanging from the ceilings from chains by their wrists. And you found your new companion, Snotrag, a little kobold who is now an undead ghoul. And and you all had rescued him, brought the others down, gave the ones who are already transformed a clean death so that they may rest in peace, and brought others back up to the nearest Raven Queen stronghold, where hopefully clerics could reverse the disease that was coursing through their bodies. So you headed back down to continue your investigation. That was when Valka found the teleportation room, where allegedly Linus, Luna, and Penelope had escaped to during that earlier fight. And so you stepped onto the teleportation circle and found yourselves in the back storeroom of what appears to be a seamstress's workshop. You are in this very small room. It's probably only about 10 by 10 feet, and every single wall is covered floor to ceiling with reams and reams of fabric. You see that there are dozens of boxes of buttons and little bobs and everything and sewing supplies. And seated at a table, enjoying a tuna sandwich on her lunch break, is the lovable, very plain Morgana. Apparently my cat is messing up my partner's setting over on his desk, which, as cats are wont to do. Paint water everywhere.
Oh.
Oh, kitty.
F in the chat. F in the chat. everyone.
F in chat for that desk.
And so, she had wiped some mayonnaise off of her face and looked up and was like, "Oh, LuVon, nice to see you."
Hello. How are things?
You all just suddenly appeared in this room. That's unusual. Things are well. Been a little busy at the shop. How did you... she's like looking around now, and she like puts down her sandwich, and she's like, how did you all get in here?
Marrowmorn's just sort of like holding her hands in front of her going, feel free to introduce us at any point.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm Morgana.
She's like a LuVon.
Yeah, no. Six Killers, like, really not whispering, but maybe trying to. She's gonna say, LuVon Fancy One, this girlfriend?
Morgana, so we went over to the party, myself, and came across a Valka six killer, Marrowmorn. It wasn't very good of a party, I'm afraid. We might have to move our date to another time. You've seen
Eye contact with Six Killer.
Well, I guess my night was better well spent in bed reading then. That's a bummer about the party. I'm sure there'll be more?
Other than underground with blood cult, yes.
She looks really confused, as if she had clearly missed something.
Looks over at Marrowmorn.
And Marrowmorn just is taking in is there like a mannequin? There's like sewing stuff around mannequins.
Yeah,
like
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, she can kind of like smell the fabrics. Maybe she's like, "Is this? Are we in? Is this sew buttons?"
Oh, it is. Yeah, yeah. I'm the head seamstress here. Aside from the owner, Luna, of course. Yeah.
Oh my-
I mean, you all caught me on my lunch break, but and she kind of looks around and there's like one other chair at the table, and it's like so full. It's so cramped in here, and she's just like, "Have a seat."
Oh, I was always trying to get you to make clothing for my customers, and like this, it's fantastic. Do you know anything about a beautiful I'm trying to remember if I have dress on me now. It's probably in my backpack. My
I
little
think it's in your
skull-
backpack. Yeah.
Yeah, my little skull-shaped purple fantasy backpack with clear bubble eyes holding my snake. She pulls out this now crumpled, really nice like chiffon lavender dress that had the sew buttons tag in it. I believe this was on a pretty famous person. Do you remember you made this, correct?
Yes. Actually, that was quite a fun piece to make. What's her name? Patricia. She wore it at that huge gala last year. Oh. And she looks kind of cute. Would you like?
Oh,
I could size it for you.
Ew, what? No. No, I think Patricia, and then she's like looking at LuVon, Valka, and Six Killer, like, are we doing are we going to tell this person what we have found, or?
She has died.
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
Wow, how did she die?
No clue. Oh, the
Oh.
cult, but not sure exactly how. Probably bludgeoning or something. But yes, I found this
or
dress. And I was,
biting.
yeah. Do you remember? Did Patricia pay for it? I'm trying to think if there's anything that could help.
She did. I could look through records. I'm sure I have a record of her commission somewhere in here. And her face is just twisted into confusion and concern, and it's just like clearly trying to take this like a step at a time. And so she's like, "Ooh, blood coal. I'm not really sure what to do with that, but I mean, what can I do for you all?"
Do you have her address? Maybe we could let her family know. And I mean, it's not much information, obviously. Like they didn't know,
Oh.
probably.
What party is she buy dress for?
Excuse me. Every year there is the ground council ball where after the new elected members are brought into council, there's a huge thing where they like raise money for charities and stuff and network. I mean, I'm not really in those circles, so I don't really know, but noble people party.
How long ago was party?
Like
One
11
year?
months. Yeah. 11 months,
I
a year
feel like-
ago.
Yeah.
Six Killer only have one clothing and armor, but no, many people not wear same thing again, especially fancy, rich. Why wearing dress again?
It's a good
Wait.
point. Like, why was Patricia wearing the dress again?
Oh,
Other than it's beautiful and the work was masterful. I mean, other than that.
But this rich lady, right?
I heard this rumor that her family has been recently down on the luck. Like her father has a lot of gambling debts that they need to pay off, so
Oh.
that might be it.
You don't think he owed? Do you know who he owed debts to? Is there any possibility it's tied to the cults at all?
I think it
Casino.
I think ever since they moved here into the city, like a few generations ago, they've had a downturn on luck because there's not really a lot that we do in this city. I mean, there's like the foresting, but I think his family got pushed out of the lumber game, so they haven't really had anything to do.
I remember leaving Lost Demons. Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. Just making sure he didn't like sell his daughter to like pay off things. It's kind of gross if it would be, but all right. Thank you. It's good to meet you. LuVon's very fancy friend.
But let me see if I can pull up that address for you. What the heck just happened? It seemed like freaked out.
Uh-oh.
Now my windows are gone.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Where are we?
Who are
Hold on
we?
now. Where are we now? There we go.
Who was
Why
on this
are
phone?
Okay, there we go. All right, we're good.
Hi. Welcome.
Yeah, let me go through my records. Just make yourselves at home in the shop, and she skirts through a door that is like piled over with mannequins and fabrics and measuring tapes, and you see she skirts through there and was foraging around through boxes, and you hear the shuffling of papers around as she's digging through boxes and stuff.
So Valka's got the notepad out, and he's been scribbling this whole time, running down all this new information. Then he turns to LuVon. LuVon, buddy, I'm just drawing all the lines here that I got. I didn't know you were this involved in the Sew Buttons establishment. How long have you been dating Morgana?
Well, we've had pleasantries, and I promised to take her on a nice night.
So is that the end of your situation here, or because I know you've been looking for people in the Sew Buttons, and I don't know how involved you are.
I'm still trying to find out where. Well, we're all trying to find out where Luna went to, and Penelope, and that's her boss. So.
So you've been working this case for a while, then. Good job, buddy. You're doing a great job.
Great.
Keep it on the down low.
For the record, LuVon is torn up, disheveled. Like that nice suit that Morgana made is kind of torn to bits. His fangs are longer. He's definitely looking a bit more Wolverine than perhaps John Valjean.
This is just like those mystery stories I used to read. You're the protagonist who's getting in with all the people, trying to get on into all the secrets. I get it. All right. I'll stay out of your way.
Willy, is there like a Picard sleeve that's been ripped off, or?
It's not completely ripped off, but like we can say that it's halfway torn. You get a little shoulder as a treat.
Right. Okay, that's even better. Okay, just a peek. A little peeksy. Okay.
The temptation. Oh, yes. And after a few minutes, she goes, "Oh!" You hear from the other room as you see Morgana scurries back into the room, and you see that she's holding a sheet of pink paper. And she goes, "I found my copy of the invoice," and she passes it off to you all and says, "Address is right there at the top. I don't think it's changed since then. Huge manor house. I dropped off the dress there. Can't miss it." It's in in Hybron, in the city where there's the library and the city council and all the fancy schmancy brick houses.
Oh. So we go on trip?
Could be.
Depends. Morgana, have you seen your boss lately?
Let's see. Last time I saw her was I think it was yesterday. She came in. She was in a real hurry. She was rushing around, picking up things, looking for different papers. She said she was taking off for a business trip soon, to go and procure more exotic fabrics from this new dealer she had gotten connections with. That she, yeah.
Did she give you any more than that?
No, she's really cagey. She doesn't really like to talk. She did seem a little beat up, though. I don't know. A little frazzled. I've never seen her look like that. It was weird. Normally she's so, like, perfect. But she, like, her hair was a mess. It looked like she was in, I don't know, like she had slept in her clothes. It's really unusual.
So she's saying that to all of us standing there, you know, blood, ripped up clothing, dented armor. Okay.
I mean, she doesn't have a frame of reference for how you all normally look, so.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Fair.
she's trying to be rude.
Well,
Right. Well, thank you for the address. And she sort of nods. Here's my card, just in case you ever have like an opening or something. It'd be real nice to
Yeah.
be able to commission something for a fancy client, or do like a 2-for-1 deal or something, just like a little business deal.
That's such a great idea. Luna would never go for anything like that, but I mean, she's gone, so I'm gonna run the shop how I want while she's gone. Don't tell anyone.
All right, sounds. I won't say anything to her.
Marrowmorn. Is why dead need clothing?
It's not for the dead. It's for the family to see them off. Like sometimes it's their favorite.
Why family
suit.
need new? Why?
It's
Why
part of a
need new
mourn.
clothing for funeral.
Yeah, it's like for mourning sometimes. Some people are very weird, very like. It's just their thing,
Yes.
Don't-
6Kill are learning much about other customs.
Yeah, it's if it gives them a little modicum of comfort, then it's worth it. I think to pursue usually.
You know what I heard? You know what I heard about the reason for the clothes? Is that so when you die, there's like a window in which you can dress up the body and that becomes like your ghost clothes. You don't see a lot of like naked ghosts, so you always see them in clothes and you want to be a ghost in really nice clothes, right? Is that not how it works?
Morgana's like nodding, like, wow, I never thought about it that way. I would hate to show up as a ghost in this. And she like motions to her like
Yeah,
mustard stained shirt and like schmuck and
and if you think about
I like
it,
that she just misses the mouth every time. Like,
without fail.
yeah.
And if you think about it, your ghost clothes are forever. You can't change out of ghost clothes. They're incorporeal.
Well, you're right. I think I've heard of it. I think it's called like through the dressing glass or something. Yeah, that's like
something like that. Yeah,
something terrible like that. Yeah, yeah. I wonder how long that window is. I think it's like it's got to be a day, right? Like
something like that. And I'm sure you can give yourself extra time with magic if you know
Yeah,
the right
and
stuff.
and can Marrowmorn like look at herself and like try to figure out if I guess she made that window right with the clothing she died in? I mean, did not die in.
Totally not dead.
Yeah.
But if
Totally
she
not dead.
were, since Marrowmorn still feels physical and only after taking damage becomes ephemeral, you think
That's true, yeah, so-
you're still you might live in that window forever.
Yeah.
Maybe you can always change your ghost clothes. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I feel like she probably did change her ghost clothes earlier to like just a cleaner version of what she was wearing, probably. Or
Probably when you had a long rest, yeah.
yeah.
So when you're a ghost, you become an anime character where you only have one outfit that gets repaired.
Yeah, that's why you see a lot of ghosts with like broken armor and stuff like that. It's because that's
You're
how
a
they
ghost
died.
feature in
And
anime.
yeah.
Oh, ghosts are anime.
All right,
Yeah,
so
Does an
Someone
isekai.
screen cap that. Ghosts
so
are
we-
anime.
are we heading off to the what did I write out as her last name? I have it like right here.
Do we have anything else we wanted to ask Morgana as a group?
We have no idea where Luna is.
Yeah.
I think at that point, LuVon would go over to Morgana. We'll probably check in when things settle. Grabbing her hand.
Okay.
Oh,
6.
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say 6 killer turns to Snotrag and say, Snotrag, you have a question?
Nope.
Okay. We'll go way out front for you, LuVon. Like, let's go. Like, yeah, we maybe like make leave that
6
little
killer
back.
doesn't move.
Okay, well,
Come on, Snotrag. Let's leave these two together for a moment.
yeah. We'll let them say goodbye. Yeah,
Let's let these two love
6 killer's oblivious.
6 killer. I want to ask you a question about something. About death.
Oh, you know more than 6 killer.
Everyone's like, come here, please.
Oh. As we're exiting through the door, 6 killer says, "Oh, okay, but this Marrowmorn realm, Marrowmorn knows more."
Yeah, then like wanders over. They go over to like the navy black purple fabric section, and then just yeah.
Mm-hmm. So LuVon has Morgana by the hand.
Things may get dangerous from here on out. Please be on your guard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of the energy in the city has changed recently. It feels, I don't know, somehow more ominous, but if you're on the case, I'm sure it'll turn out fine.
Hopefully, if we do this quickly.
Her
Turns and
face,
walks out.
her face is beet red. And you all can exit. And I assume we're all on to the Vonderheide estate.
Vonderheide estate.
And so you all can set off. So the So Buttons is in the what's called Lower Braun. It's in the southern sort of portion of the city where all of like the working class families live, where there's a lot of, smaller mom and pop shops, a lot of small brick houses. And as they all can wind your way towards Upper Braun, which is on the northern half of the city, just on the other side of the Arcane Collegium, you see that it slowly shifts from like packed tight streets to these large sprawling green lawns that are very finely just like enclosed by these black wrought iron gates that are gilded with family logos and crests of arms. And you can take this sort of winding walk through this like sprawl of lawns and hedges and greenery and gardens until you come up to the Vonderheide estate, which in comparison to the rest of the houses around here is just in a state of disrepair. The shutters seem to be sort of falling off, the paint is chipping, the garden has sort of become overgrown and is beginning to take over the fence that is enclosing it. And none of the lights are on at the house at all. It appears to be just kind of dark and lonely. But as you all do approach, you see that there is like a little guardhouse at the gate entrance where you see this ancient old man wearing a little black cap and like a navy blue uniform who is at his station. He goes, "Oh, visitors! Haven't had those in a while."
Yes, we would love to speak to sir. I mean, I feel like she might know, or Mr. or
Sir,
Mrs.
Lord, ma'am,
Milady.
Duke.
Ah, yes, the Lord and Lady von der Heide,
Yes,
Patricia and Luther. What is your business, so that I may inquire?
Oh yeah, we didn't. And then she thinks in her head, we didn't meta this. We've got news about an estate sale.
It really has been that long since your last visit us.
Yes, the Lord and Lady usually go out. I mean, it's no secret that their fortunes haven't been exactly great, so they have not been in a position to host many social gatherings.
But they have been hosting galleries. Gatherings, not galleries.
Oh?
Have they?
Oh no, not here. At any rate.
Oh, interesting.
When was the last time that you saw Mr. Vanderhyde?
Oh, this morning he came out to pick up the morning paper.
What
When-
about Patricia?
I heard, last I heard, she's away visiting her mother on a poor frail old thing.
How long does she leave?
I believe it's been about a week.
Where's her mother?
Oh, she's over in the countryside. Yeah, it's a modest estate. She, an heiress to a very profitable goat farm.
Goat or dope? I'm sorry.
Goat.
Goat.
With the
Okay.
horns
Waste of all time. Got it. Yeah.
and the cloven hooves. Yes.
Man, you know this man is lonely because he's just out here spilling for
I
everybody.
know, I was about to. I was about to try to offer money, but there's no point. Like,
Yeah, no, he's just so
Like-
lonely.
And you're still getting paid, you say?
Yes, of course. I always receive my salary in a timely manner. I've been with the Von der Heides for 50 years.
50 years.
Yes.
congratulations. That's like a watch territory or fancy.
Oh, they did give me, it's very nice as he motions to his wrist, and you see it's a very beautiful gold watch with this inlet pearl face. Incredibly expensive piece of jewelry.
They're like initials on the watch face too, or something where it
Not,
was like,
not that you can see. Perhaps
Okay.
inscribed on the back.
yeah.
Kind sir, could you remind me of your name, please?
Oh, yes, it's Waylon.
Waylon.
Enterprise.
Fine name. Would you be able to let us in just to speak?
Well, I do insist that you stay out here while I check in with the Lord. He might be busy seeing to affairs or... Yes, if you all wouldn't mind.
Okay, we wait.
Oh, we could wait.
What else you want to do?
That's fine.
Are you thinking of doing some espionage?
No, of course not.
You would tell me, right? If we were doing espionage things.
This man's still front here. This
Hey,
man's
well,
still here.
Marrowmorn's like handing Waylon her card and talking about if you're looking for a good place to retire for eternity. I've such a lovely view. There's a shade tree where sometimes the ghosts come.
Marrowmorn.
I'm sorry. Oh, I already have a niche set up in one of the estuaries in the
Is it the
in the
pickles?
garden. As a matter of fact, it is.
God, don't, goddamn pickles. I mean, love, they do fine work. Fine.
I mean, I'm sure you do great work too, but they've handled our family for generations, and
No, of course, yes. Yeah, of course, yes. Marrowmorn is just.
Excuse me, Marrowmorn. Did you just say there's a shade tree where ghosts gather?
Yes, I did.
That's tremendous. I'd love to see that sometime.
Jen says thank you for for picking that up and lobbing it up.
And so Waylon excuses himself. He's like, "Oh, well, I'll just be back in a few moments. Yes, just wait outside here." And you see he goes into like a little side, just person-sized gate that he steps into, walks behind him, and
Okay, wait. Sex Killer's gonna turn to everyone and say, "That mess, that whole thing mess. Why all of you mess? You, Marrowmorn, try to sell man plot. He's still alive. Why selling plot? Rude.
That's what's
rude.
I'm sorry.
Rude.
You don't buy a plot after you die. Usually, sometimes.
She's gonna turn to LuVon and Valka and say, "Why you talk about sneaking in front man right there. This mess, we never get in."
I was doing my work, honestly, but far be it from me.
See, if you say it, then obviously we're not gonna do it. But then we're really gonna do it.
Oh, it's a double fake.
Mm. And as Six Killer is dressing you all down and giving you an earnest scold, you all hear the rustling of something large in the bushes near you, and you see these sort of orange eyes are peering at you from within these bushes.
Whoa, look at that. That's amazing. What is that?
Is it Snot Rag? Because we forgot to address that Snot Rag was here.
No, it's not Snot Rag. He is just quietly like kicking dirt and like looking around, picking up pebbles.
What height are the eyes? Are they like knee level?
They are probably at about knee level, but you're not sure if that's because it's someone crouched down or if because they're that tall.
Okay, well, I'm gonna roll a dice to see if I can tell what it is. What am I rolling anything specific?
Oh, nature? A nature check?
Cool. Oh, it's a 16 plus.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if I got to be higher. It's 16.
It definitely appears to be the eyes of some sort of humanoid, but you're not sure what kind or why they would be that color. But suddenly you do hear this voice that sort of, in a whispery growl, says, "Are you looking to get into that vampire nest?"
Oh, we gotta talk to this one. This one's got secrets. This one already knows.
I don't know if it's a secret. It's clearly just telling strangers, but yeah.
I think LuVon will dash in as soon as he hears vampire and like try to find any sort of scruff in that shadowy eye area. Just to grab him, like, what do you know?
So you plunge your hand into the to the bushes, yank this individual out, and you see that they are covered in this heavy hood, but their skin is this mottled gray-green. And as they are sort of brought into the gray light of Hellbrun, you see that their eyes suddenly shift from this like orange into this black with this swirling white, sort of that's reminiscent of a starry sky.
Oh, that's wicked cool.
Do you recognize that as like a certain spell that starts with a P, or is this like a certain?
This is very unusual.
Okay.
And he says, so you asked him what he knows. And he says, "I've been hunting down this den of vampires and I've tracked them here. What business have you here? Are
What
you one of
business?
them? And he sniffs like.
Six killer. Do we not tell this one our secrets? Do we
No.
stop being secretive now?
We don't know this person. Like,
we don't know anyone.
well, I mean, LuVon knew Morgana. Wink.
That's true.
Six Killer's gonna step closer to LuVon to like give some backup if this guy tries to start something.
And you
And
see
yet-
that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Vaughn, let's go.
You see what?
Yes, I mean, he lets go of this man's scruff at that
Okay.
point. Yes, we have business. Care to share notes?
And you see this individual. He is a dwarven man, and his beard, much like his skin, is a sort of dark gray, it has an almost thorny quality to it. And he kind of brushes off where LuVon had grabbed him, and he says, "Yeah, so I've been tracking down this den of vampires, and I haven't been able to find their stronghold, but one of the leaders, this red-headed broad, she's been coming in and out of here." I think
Yes,
she's
we
hol-
found Den.
Oh, where is it?
Well, we found Party. Party Den?
I mean, no, I feel like no, we didn't find the den. Like that's not where they sleep, right?
Well, some of them did. There was
Some of 'em, yeah, okay.
beds. Wait a minute. Why would they have beds? They were vampires. Don't they sleep in coffins?
I mean, they could be much metropolitan. I mean,
Sometimes you want to recreate what you had beside the point.
What else could you possibly be doing with a bed as a vampire? I
Yeah,
don't
what
get
do
it.
on bed?
Well,
What people do
we'll
on
tell
bed?
we'll tell you both when you're older.
What do bed?
the only amount of color that you can see in LuVon's face.
Bless.
Mhm.
And you see this individual eyes you in particular, LuVon. He goes, "You're one of them. Maybe not a full one. But you've got that evil inside you," as he leers menacingly at you.
Six Killer is gonna step in front and like, this is ridiculous. I'm imagining their heights because she's this giant bird woman and this small man, but she's gonna loom down at him with like all of her bird height and say, "Do not. This one fine."
Kind of bites his lip a little.
Is there blood?
She will put
No.
a hand on his shoulder anyway.
A complete lack of blood. And he goes,
But she
"Well, fine. You get a pass for now."
this one also get pass, and she's gonna like pick up. It's not Ragapit. These fine.
All right. Well, after your business is done here, if you've got some intel on these vampires that have been plaguing Hellbron, we would love to hear it. Why don't
We?
you?
Who
The order-
else?
The Order of the Ebon Star.
Who Evan?
How do you
No.
even see a ebon star? It's dark up there. Stars are supposed to be bright. What gives?
I don't claim to know all of the symbolism that Our Lady of the Night deems to be appropriate for her.
Are you in a cult? Do you need help?
Lady named Evan?
No, Ebon,
Wait,
like
Six Killer- okay,
EBON.
first of all, Six Killer?
Ebon.
No.
No, she's not questioning like, oh, a lady named Evan. She's just trying to figure out who this lady is.
Okay, sorry. I misheard that. Sorry, was that Lady of the Night with a K or just an N?
No, with an N.
Okay.
Queen Sarastra.
Do we know who Queen Sarastra is?
Make a religion check.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I
18.
Let me double check what I did with Sex Killer because I think it made me laugh.
15.
Yeah. I didn't put anything into intelligence for Sex Killer, so her religion is actually 0. She knows her god, and that's it.
That's totally
What
fair.
else do you need to know?
I got 14.
So if you got a 17 or higher, what rings the Lady of the Night is a name for, and hearing the name Queen Sarastra, is you know that she is a sort of cult figure, cult goddess who she is known as the goddess of darkness and magic, and that she has definitely the motifs of night, of stars, and the unseen and the unusual, the arcane prowess, and so she is she's one of those deities who you're like, not everyone is evil, but it's definitely a little weird.
And LuVon, did you roll over an 18?
I got a 6.
It was
6.
me.
Oh, sorry, Valka. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
Valka
yeah.
will relay that information, then be like, "Yeah, Marrowmorn, you were right. Definitely cult."
But I'm sorry, like all these ladies, it's always like the queen of mystery and magic. Where's the queen of dog toys and good ramen? Like, I want uncult. Oh God, they're always just
You
boring.
can pray to that.
What?
You can pray to that.
You can pray to
Good ramen?
anything. I've learned you can pray to anything. But no one's ever praying to a good boy.
Well, maybe you could start. I've heard rumors that the best way to get a god started is to just start worshiping something, anything, an ideal, a good bowl of soup, whatever you
Are
need.
you a fish man?
I'm not gonna derail it because I can't. But Final Fantasy 14 has a great plot. I'm just saying that. I'm letting you all know that this is exactly what you want. It's the Final Fantasy 14 online plot, is the dangers of believing in something.
I mean, beautiful.
It's so good.
All right. No, thank you. Right. The dangers of believing in anything.
It really is. It's like religion is great until you believe in it too much.
I mean that.
Right. Thank
true.
you, Valka. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh, no problem. And he just goes back to scribbling notes.
Well,
You're hiding in the bushes. You found no way in.
yeah, I was just casing the place and checking who's coming in, who's coming out, waiting to see if I can get a chance to sneak in. I mean, these gates aren't exactly tough to scale, and I mean, the house looks like it's gonna fall down at any fucking moment.
Yes. Bad place to sleep. Why you think vampire den here?
Well, like I said, I seen that red-haired lady coming in and out of here with their brother, I guess. I don't know. They're a little familiar. But, I definitely saw her eat someone on the streets.
Oh. This street?
No. It was down in the market district, where people don't really notice. People in power, at any rate, don't really notice if a couple shoe cobblers go missing. Anyway,
About how long ago did you see her here?
couple weeks. So I saw the lady here.
Yeah.
She came in late last night.
All right.
Had a couple of drunk bros on her arm. They never came out.
I wouldn't expect it.
Well,
So do you think the Vandermeers are also part of?
I think so. I mean, they've, at least they're playing host. Either knowingly or unknowingly, I'm not really sure yet.
Yeah, I'm wondering maybe the familias or something else.
Well, one dead, right?
That's
Yes.
news to me. But yes.
Yes, one is dead.
So
Patricia just Marrowmorn's just like, all right, we'll give this person a little information. Did we learn their name? This gray thorny person?
You did not.
Oh.
I believe one of you did ask. But he does say to you all, if I'm staying over at the Skinny Mouse Inn, if you feel like sharing notes, I'll be down there. The name's Tyrick.
Irick. All right.
hi, Rick.
We're the Ghoul Gang.
I
Cool.
No?
We're still
sorry.
shopping the name.
He says in response, he's like, yeah, I guess work on that. And you see he dives quickly back into the bushes, and you see he pulls up a huge pack that he slings over his shoulders, and he gathers up all of his supplies, and he goes, all right, well, I hope to see you later then.
you
How
too.
long? How long you been in bush?
3 days.
Ah,
Let's stay away from that bush. We don't know what he's left in there.
Yeah. Well, it's just fertilizer.
I mean, if you want to get near it, that's fine.
I don't need to. No.
That's a
How
different book. Actually, I don't have a really need to do that anymore.
Okay, so I didn't smell any blood.
The perfect person to case a joint then. Leaves
is
no
he a
trace.
druid?
Nothing really about him gives you that inclination.
Only because you said thorny beard and no blood. I thought it would be cool if you made yourself a tree man. Hey, that's the best way to avoid vampires.
Become a
If you
tree.
become a tree man.
Can vampires suck sap?
I assume they could suck anything.
Oh.
They can suck
Hey-oh.
whatever they want.
That's what the beds are for.
Came
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
And then
Hey,
so
we're
he
going- We're
Sorry.
going back into Vampires or Food King.
and so he slinks off into the shadows, and eventually Waylon here comes back and he goes, well, the Lord does have some time. It is his lunchtime now, and he's willing to see you all and hear about this estate sale. If you all could just come with me. And he opens up the gate and lets you all in and leads you up to the front house, or to the front door of the house.
It is lunchtime.
It is. Yeah, it's about noon. It's hard to tell because the fog and the cloud cover is so pervasive, but yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we can go in
yeah.
confidently.
Of course. We've done nothing else unconfidently.
Very
so.
true. Very true.
Totally. And with that, we'll launch our giveaway with the entry word is #shabbing, of course.
Having.
Shabbing. No, shabbing.
Shabbing.
Nope, it's not going to catch it.
Shab.
Shabbing?
Shaving.
No, not quite. Shabbing. Kinda.
Shabbing.
It put it an extra H.
Shabbing.
Shibbity shibbity schwa.
Damn it.
All right, and so Waylon here leads you up through the front doors, and you see that this was probably once a very beautiful sort of brick manor that had these white painted shutters, blue trim on the house. Very, if you imagine, like if you've been to the East Coast, and that very sort of classic, like old kind of housing,
Yeah.
wraparound porch. But everything is just dull. The paint is chipped. The the bricks are starting to crumble in some parts. As you enter into the house, you hear it almost as if the house almost lets out this like audible groan as it kind of is lightly pushed in a breeze. And he leads you into this foyer, which again is like this beautiful sort of like marble, but it's lacking polish. It's just dull and aged. And he leads you into a large dining room, a large, long, rectangular dining room, and you see everything is just covered in this moth-eaten velvet. The chairs were probably gorgeous, but now their high leather backs are spotty or ripping at some seams. And you see this seated in the largest chair at the middle of the table is this sort of a man in his probably early 30s, human man. He's got this brown, sort of very gently and very neatly coiffed hair. He daps a white linen napkin very daintily over his lips as you see he's taking in his midday meal.
Hello, Lord Vandermeer.
Vonderhyde, but yes, thank you. Hello.
Yes.
That what Marrowmorn said.
Yes. Whoops. Sorry, I just paperwork's all mushed up, and Marrowmorn is looking around, trying to like take in little details. We're part of a neighborhood association, who sometimes on certain days of the years puts things we don't want out for sale, and people can come and like kind of go walk around the entire neighborhood.
Yes,
and buy
yes.
things.
Usually in yard.
Mm-hmm.
Usually placed in front yard.
Yes, and we didn't know if you wanted to be a part of it this year. Just it's sort of a new fad. You with maybe your wife, your daughter, just the whole family. People also just love to see, people of esteem as well. She's trying to like watch his eyes as she mentions the daughter. Like,
I would love for you to make a deception check. As you're trying to peddle this story.
You mean saying the wrong name at first wasn't even like oops, didn't even know who you were, like not me.
Can I do an insight check just for funsies?
Yeah, go for it.
It's gonna be a lukewarm 12 on deception.
Okay.
Is Waylay still in the room? I don't want to lie and break his heart.
Oof. No, that was bad. I almost knocked it
Waylon is still waiting in the room. He's very politely standing there, slightly hunched, his hands neatly tucked behind his back as he's listening to this pitch.
I hope this isn't too loud when I roll. I don't know shit. I can't tell. I can't tell anything.
Are there any like reflective surfaces like mirrors or very shiny like metal plates here?
Indeed. In fact, the one gleaming quality that immediately catches Valka's attention is off to the right side of the room. You see this gorgeous hand-carved wooden cabinet which contains this beautiful silverware and serving trays and platters and plates, and it is glistening, and you see that there are these beautiful goblets that are encrusted with what appear to be precious gems, and situated right next to that you see is another large cabinet that is full of wine.
Yeah, so Valka's immediately distracted by that. Just kind of, he's wandered over there whether he intended to or not.
Yes, it's beautiful. You see everything is like on the handle of all the cutlery you see is this very beautiful like etched cursive like monogram V. Yeah. Everything
is it like
Sorry, go ahead.
Is it like such that you would have to open it to like touch anything, or is it just open and touchable?
There's a small latch that keeps the doors closed of the cabinet closed.
Yeah, he's over there and he's like a kid looking at candy in a store window. just
So
bent
shiny.
over, just so not aware of anything behind him.
Please excuse our colleague. So yeah, does that sound like something that you would want to do? Like, is your family around? You know, like, would they be able to part with some things? I know it might seem a little gauche. And she's kind of like trying to end the the pitch and get any response.
You see, he stands up, and he, in just a moment of, what's the word I'm looking for? Of
Rage.
not rage.
Irritation.
Mild being of just mildly
Horny.
being mildly insulted,
I'm just throwing whatever you need. I'm just throwing
feeling
out.
a wave of indignation sweeps over him, and
one.
he slams his napkin down onto the table, and he stands up, and you see his fingers are just poised like perfectly on their tips on the table as he leans over and he goes, "Who put you up to this? Coming to my house, making fun of my family's fortunes? God, I bet it was that Erica. She's always up to no good, rubbing her good fortunes in our face. I know you're not here for some estate sale. That's a load of rubbish. Tell me what you are here for."
Your daughter, Marrowmorn almost says I'm in love with her, but then stops. Just a second lie.
We're running away together.
Your daughter, Patricia, when
Yes,
when
my
was the
wife.
last time you saw her?
So your
Wife.
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 Yes, Patricia.
Oh, your wife. Whoops. Whoa, yeah. Whoa.
A little miscalibrated
He just-
here.
He brushes his hair back out of his face and goes, "Yes, my wife Patricia, she is away seeing her mother, who is very ill recently, and is making sure that her family affairs are tended to, that everything is in order for when that old bat inevitably dies."
Ah.
Presses his finger into his temple.
Well, I think we have some information on her whereabouts because she's not where you think she is.
I see. And when
And
is
Marrowmorn's
she
also
then?
like looking over at Valka, like, you're really good at questioning too, so feel free to jump it. Like,
Velka's like
oh, right, Valka,
opened up
still-
the cabinet, and he's got like the platter. Does it look silvery?
Oh, yeah.
So he's like holding it up in front of himself, just like absolutely infatuated with the reflection. But what he's actually doing is he's trying to turn it so he can see the Lord's reflection in it behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Does
Yeah,
he
you
see the
definitely
Lord's
do.
reflection?
Yes.
The church will tell you you will see the Lord's reflection in anything, Valka.
Yeah.
So he is always there for you.
He's always in your heart, I've heard.
Yep.
So Velka will see the reflection and then turn around holding the platter and then just like really stare him down.
Don't
and just,
touch
like,
that!
Really staring at his mouth. It's wicked pretty though. I'm sorry.
It's the last good thing to the Vonderheide made after we sold off the silver mines. Now put that back! He barks.
All right, you don't have to yell. He puts it back. And,
Oh, I'm sorry. You came into my home, insulted me with a lie, and are continuing to do so.
I didn't insult you with a lie. Marrowmorn insulted you with a lie. I've just been touching your stuff.
Another. I'll add to the list of aggressions today. What is
Now,
it
I
that you
was-
have to say about my wife?
She's dead, Lord. We
I'm
think.
sorry.
Pretty sure, yeah. Yes, there's we found something of hers along with a bunch of other items with from dead people, and she pulls out the dress, now even more crumpled from being put back in. Of her
I don't
backpack.
believe you.
You don't have to believe me. It's just a fact. So
Well, we just worry because we find dress in bad place full of death.
If she's dead, then where is her body?
I couldn't carry them all. No.
What a great thing to say to a dude.
You see his eyebrow just
Wait, do we not have
Lifts.
her body anymore? We do have her body.
Sage, can I remember back to the room full of refrigerated bodies? Do I remember seeing her, or someone I think look like her?
Yeah, you definitely think there was someone of her likeness in there.
Yeah, I found a room of bodies. And it was like a fun experience for me. It's yeah, there were a lot of people there. And I've even got yeah, and I'm pretty sure I saw her, and I think I might have her identification, even if that would seal the deal. Or did I not find hers in there?
Roll a percentile for me.
Heck yeah. Uh-oh. What am I rolling for? Like
The 10 die.
no, I know that. I meant like what do I have to beat?
It's a 10 die.
32.
You do.
Haha. Yes. Yes. I found a bunch of dead people, unfortunately, and she like slides over, I'm assuming very fancy, like little identification, like a wallet.
Mm-hmm.
Or clasp or clutch or something.
Put up with some unsavory individuals.
And what were you all doing in a room full of dead people?
Well, we try find friends or other people. End up finding friends and other people. Bad vampire ghouls all around. Bad time. Unfortunate. Your loved one seemed to be in refrigerator.
I see.
Does he seem surprised at all, or is this like, is he still doesn't believe us?
Make an insight check.
There it is.
Yeah, he's not.
Everybody.
LuVon, you still have advantage because you drank blood.
Oh, good.
Or at least the blood from that fountain.
So that's a 21.
Good, because I got a 12.
Got 15.
I got a 7.
So for everyone below 20, this guy is just completely stone-faced. For LuVon, what you get off of him is you sense that there's definitely the practice face of not showing any sort of emotion that is rampant throughout nobility. But beyond that veneer, you get the sense that he's not really surprised.
Seems to me like you were expecting this to happen. Tell me, Lord Vonderhyde, do you know a redhead woman named Luna?
I might have seen her at parties
Don't
recently.
lie to me.
He sits back down, sort of defeated in his chair. He says, "Yes, I know Luna. She has been staying here for some time, along with her brother, Linus."
Why?
Well, Luna is a ambitious young woman who is eager to make her way into politics in the city, was looking to gain a foothold, and she seemed a promising upstart, so I offered her and her brother rooms here, hoping that I could ride on the coattails of that success, make a sort of new beginning for my family, if you will. As you can see, things aren't looking as emotions towards everything. Great.
You mean it's not intentional? I thought that was just like your aesthetic.
Shabby chic.
Yeah. Shabby chic.
Hashtag shabbing.
Shabby chic.
Uh,
Shabbing chic.
Shabbing chic.
Shabbing
So-
chic. Hell yeah. No, that is not on purpose.
So you invite these two into house, and now wife dead and not care.
I can't pretend that Patricia and I were in a love-filled romantic relationship. No, we were betrothed to each other at a young age. Quite frankly, I don't feel anything about the passing of my wife. However, I would like to collect her.
Why?
Six killer have many mates, make many children. Sure, mates not romance like other races, but six killer care for all. How man live with self? No feelings, no caring.
He lets out this heavy sigh as if he has been holding it in for decades.
Oh no.
He says, I guess I never questioned the things that I was supposed to do, the things that were asked of me, and my family fell to ruins, and I'm just not sure I can deal with it all. I'm a sad man. I live in a sad house.
Clearly.
So you want to collect her so you can...
Well, for one, verify that she is indeed dead,
Right.
and then to make sure that she stays that way.
Right.
Reasonable.
You don't happen to receive any life insurance, do you, when she dies? Any type of benefits?
No, I have already received the benefits of her dowry when we were married, so no.
Why would you insure a life? That's something that's just automatically, it's gonna go away at some point. I don't get it.
Yes. That seems silly.
So you can collect, clearly.
Oh, it sounds like just an investment, but whatever.
Some would say, yes.
Okay.
All right, so you've got no clue as to why she was taken by these cultists.
Oh, she was taken by cultists. Fascinating that you now mentioned that.
Yes, she taken by cultists. Cultists Luna and brother lead.
As his sort of veneer is starting to fade, all of you can start to see that he is visibly uncomfortable. He's starting to fidget and adjust his jacket. I knew no such thing of any cult. I'm not privy to know what a young woman does in her evening hours.
Lying?
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of rolls his eyes and looks off to the side. What does it mean to you anyway?
Six killer? Nothing now. Really. Six killer find what six killer need, but fixing problems is what six killer God want. So six killer make happen.
Your two
You
houses
part of
are involved.
problem.
Yeah.
What'd you say, LuVon?
Your two house guests are involved with far more than your failing estate.
Right. Which means you could be, in trouble as well if
Culpable.
you knew anything.
Just think of us as private investigators.
That's right. We're
Accessory to murder.
PIs.
Zuh.
Yeah, you could be an accessory to murder, a whole bunch of other legal stuff, and you could be liable for damages.
Yep. Well, pretty intelligent private investigators. Team PP. Is that a good? Is that no still shop in the name?
No.
I have to keep
No.
her from that, please.
Maybe we should
No.
work on that.
I don't hear any other suggestions. So
Speak to all before say name in front others. Speak all first.
All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right.
Well, I might as well. If we're already here at this point, I might as well lay my full shame out on the table for you.
Yes, please show us all your
don't-
shame.
Please have a seat.
No, I want to see this shame.
He is
There's
sitting.
no shame in it. There's no shame in sharing your shame.
He pushes the plate of half-eaten food away from him, and you see Waylon comes in over and fairly politely comes and grabs it from him. And he takes a sip of wine, and he says, "So I was not lying when I said that I was trying to ride on her coattails to success. That is true.
But not all you want ride, right?
She's not really my type.
Linus?
Surprising.
I like a more realistic-looking individual. They're too pretty. Anyway."
Realistic. They look kind of like anime, like.
A little bit.
Is Luna an anime? Luna is anime?
Luna is
Totally,
anime now.
totally anime girl. Anime vampire
Speak the
girl.
anime.
Well, yeah, she's got bright
Does she
red
look
hair. She's an anime protagonist.
Does she look like Battle Angel Alita? Like that, like weird,
Huge eyes.
way too big.
Oh god, I fucking hate that.
Setting a high
Anyway,
CR.
Sorry.
anyway. Because, well, she told me of the place that she comes from, the Blood Kingdom.
Sounds pleasant.
Well, she promised me that if I were to help her get a foothold here in Helbron, help her maneuver through the social circles, gain political sway, that she promised me in return a
PS5.
a seat, a prominent seat in the Blood Kingdom, that she would speak of my good deeds, of my hard work, and my loyalty to her in the Blood Kingdom to their queen, and that I would be given wealth, power, that all my dreams would be realized. And as I am saying this now to you all, I realize that I have been taken and used as a sorry fool.
Yes.
Yes, you're the fall guy for murder.
Yep.
You
Congratulations.
you not even changed yet. What if changing not work? Turn
She's-
into ghoul.
And she did promise me that she would change me to be a vampire so that I may
That-
experience...
Sorry, have you ever read a
Everlasting life.
book? Like,
Yeah.
That's not how
promised-
work.
Come on. You got so good.
You roll bad dice. Maybe you change, maybe you die.
I failed my charisma saving throw and I was taken under her charms.
All right, that
Oh.
might be kind of fair. I've heard vampires are really charming. I mean, the Luna, when I met her, she was wicked charming. So
She
I can
is-
see how that could happen.
Quite a splendid individual.
So red.
And she has a way of making you do the things that she wants.
What kind of ways? Did she whip
It's-
you?
Cast charm person.
There's no reason I need to indulge that information. It is not pertinent to our
Oh, she
conversation.
definitely used the whip then.
Mm.
I
Where
saw
is
it.
she?
It's really good. I could see why that would work.
Where is she?
Where is Luna?
I'm not sure where she is at this exact moment. She came in last night, and she said she is on her way back to the Blood Kingdom to personally deliver news to the Queen Magdalena and to receive, I guess, reinforcements and such after what went down in the temple, I suppose.
Where's
sort
a
of
room? I'm gonna go
brawl.
rummage through a room.
All right, very well. I'll lead you up there. And
Just tell me. I'll go.
No, wait. Room have golem? Room trapped? Valka not know.
Valka's rummaged through a lot of things that are not his. Don't worry about me.
Well, I'm not going to let you just run rampant around my household. No, I will show you her room.
Oh yeah, you sure you don't want to be accessory to murder then?
I know you have no such sway in this community.
All right, you got me.
Sorry,
One.
you don't know who we are.
Exactly. I know everyone in the city, and I don't know you all, except for you.
Exactly.
I know
Therefore,
you
don't
have the
know
funeral
everyone
home.
else.
Well, I mean, you think you know people, but you clearly don't. I mean, are these even our faces? And Marrow starts to pull hers a little bit, like. Yeah.
Either way, I'm still not letting you just run willy-nilly around my house.
Hello.
If you please.
We not run. When run.
Yeah, running's not safe. Look, you could trip and fall on any of this broken shit in your house.
Yes, all broken, not running.
He taps a sign
still
that
are not
says
wearing
no
shoes.
running.
Okay.
No tapping. It might break.
Just pool signs everywhere.
Oh my god.
The
Do not
signs are
breathe
holding
on
it up.
furniture. Like, yeah.
And so he leads you up this set of back into the foyer where there's this grand staircase that leads you up into a second floor. And he leads you down towards the east wing of the house where you just see there are doors and doors and doors that line this hallway. And he eventually goes down to the seventh one on the right and he opens it up and you find what appears to be a freshly dusted and modest looking room. And he goes, this is where her and her brother were staying.
Is it just one bed in here?
Yes.
Oh, that's wicked gross. I
Is it
hate
like is it like a college long? So it's like even really thin.
No, it's a California king.
Okay. Oh, okay. So it's basically an infinity bed. All right.
Well, I guess the one good thing is that we know that because they're vampires, they weren't sleeping in this bed together. So we know that at least. All right, let's get rummaging.
Yeah. Marrowmorn wants to search under the bed.
All right. So for all of you who would like to rummage, go ahead and roll me an investigation
Of
check.
course.
LuVon's chilling back with Vonderheim, actually.
Oh,
I can't find anything.
I got a 20.
I got a 12. I'm just gonna re-roll that. Sorry. God. 12.
It was a dirty 20, just for the record.
Goodbye, inspiration.
And so looking around, looking under the bed, pulling through a wardrobe that is in the room, there's a chest of drawers. There is a large chest at the foot of the bed. And what you all eventually uncover is that there is a complete lack of any personal touch in this room. You are certain of it. Which definitely does make sense given the fact that you were in her bedroom down in the Temple of Ecstasies, where Valka had found all of her personal effects, essentially.
So there's like a frame that would hold a drawing of the two of them, but it's just still got like the one that came in the frame.
Yeah, exactly.
Got a painting of some
Wow.
generic
What's
family.
the point? Yeah.
Wow.
Is there anything on the ceiling? Like, that classic look up, like nothing. We turn, we like,
see
we,
her
tur- like, we
scrabbling
turn off,
across.
we turn off all the lights. Yeah. Actually, and Marrowmorn pulls out her dulcimer and strings plucks the string called Despair. For I am bereft. I cannot find anything. And casts detect magic too to see if there's anything in there. So her version of it, she would hear herself sort of singing in time. So,
And so as you pluck this string, you hear your voice echo back to you off of something that seemed so mundane. But you see on the bedside table is a black candle that hasn't been used at all. It is pristine. But it has the ring of divination magic.
interesting. She reaches into her backpack and pulls off like some future fabric glove and snaps it dusky lavender to match her skin, and reaches to grab the black candle. This has a little bit of something on it that's might be used for something, or to divine certain things. Is there a sticker on the bottom or anything, or
So
sale?
definitely what kind of calls to mind are, that for divination magic, it's perhaps, and especially candles being used in a lot of ritualistic magic. This rings as something that might be for an augury spell, for perhaps some kind of communication with some with some sort of entity. But as you hold it, there is definitely the sort of tinge of darkness to it, as if there is connected to some dark power.
Ooh, I think if we light this, she kind of explains, like, I get a little fuzzy thing around my eyes. I think if we light this, we may summon one of the many sexy cult women we've met since we've all got together. I feel like it's a direct line to someone or something.
This good thing?
It could be, if we can convince them that maybe one of their followers are doing something wrong,
Interesting. Let me just check something real quick. This is probably going to be nothing, so don't be alarmed. He's going to go over to one of the drawers, and he's going to break off one of the little probably knobs or something on one of the drawers. Just breaks that off. Then he gets out a little knife, and he starts etching on it. And then when he's done,
it repels your etching.
Ooh.
Doorknob?
So I broke it off, and it repelled the etching.
All right, sorry.
Or did I not get it off at all?
It can't break.
Yeah, it's just one. It's not even in a dish or anything. It is just one, just probably about maybe a 5-inch diameter, fat, tall black candle.
You're talking about the candle.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
He grabbed the handle off of a furniture.
Oh, guy.
I'm
Yeah,
breaking
sorry.
furniture here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's breaking stuff, and he's etching it in. And he's made himself a little curio of the other world. And he holds it, and he closes his eyes. And for 1 minute, I can see into the ethereal plane.
Ooh.
Probably not going to see anything, but I just want to check this room.
Okay. So you see it's the ethereal plane.
What does that mean for those of us that are death touched? No. Not that anyone here is, but
Good question, actually.
we're.
Interesting. So as you take a quick peek into the ethereal plane, you see Willy, Riana, yourself, Lord Von der Hyde all appear perfectly normal, but almost in this sort of kind of fuzzy sort of filter, as if they don't belong here.
Mm-hmm.
Marrowmorn appears as clean as a bright clean outline as exactly as she is, which is in stark contrast to how the others appear. When you take a look at this candle,
Oh, wait. How's Snot Rag?
Snotrag appears as like sort of with this like fuzzy filter over him as well.
Okay.
When you take a look at this candle, there is sort of like as the light hits the candle and as the candle projects a shadow onto the wall nearby, the shadow of the candle isn't in the shape of the candle. It's in the shape of a young woman.
Interesting. So Valka will open his eyes, look at the knob, and just throw it away, and then pull out. And it looks like he's just been like looking around the room with his eyes closed. And then he'll pull out some other stuff, like a parts of Boris's mask, and start like etching away at that. Just working on that because it's gonna take him a little bit to replace the curio that he is basically cycling through. And then when he's doing that, he's gonna say, Marrowmorn, you look kind of weird a little bit, but also more importantly,
Thank you.
The light of that candle, the shadow, rather, it's like a young woman.
I knew it. A sexy lady.
A sexy lady, yeah.
Who runs a cult.
There's some kind of shadow of a sexy lady in this room.
And Lord Vonnerheide is just looking at you all like you're all fucking nuts.
Well,
I mean, also Valka's doing some really weird hand motions while talking about sexy lady shadows. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, now that you've broken my furniture, insulted me with a lie, touched my things, I must implore you all to leave. This has been quite enough for one day. And he motions for you all to exit.
All right.
Do you want to know what your house guests have been up to?
I have an inkling of things. I've been to some of those parties. You know, I don't really care to know.
How long do you think they're going to keep you alive?
At this point, I really don't care.
Oh,
Now, if you please.
All right. Marrowmorn waits till he turns around and like puts the candle in her bag.
And he begins walking down the hallway in sort of a sad, lumbering walk.
Make for a pathetic vampire walking like that.
He sort of... his eyelids sort of flicker and he looks over his shoulder with just a glare of disdain for you. You're not worthy of the power, but... Anyway.
So, talking to everyone outside of this story, as we do.
Mm-hmm.
Linus and Luna stay there.
Mm-hmm.
They have another set of beds, though, at the underground establishment. I can't remember what we actually call it, but
The Temple of Ecstasies.
Temple of Ecstasy, sorry. And we think they just walk there, like they don't have another transportation circle or like some like disappearing, like, you know, like some door that they go through. Like we really think they just hoof it back and forth in broad daylight.
Maybe they can tune their teleport circle.
Yeah. Not super important. I'm just trying to think of like what else we can search in this house before but this guy's not gonna. What's this guy gonna do? Pick us up and kick us out with his tired, sad hands?
Yeah.
he is very small.
I mean, that's a choice.
I mean, I do have to assume there's some sort of law enforcement here as well, that he could like use his limited money to kick us out.
I mean,
yeah.
We leave. Go talk to, what is his name?
Tyrick.
Tyrick. We leave. Go talk to Tyrick. Back later.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But we can right, cool. Back to sorry. Jen melts back into Marrowmorn. All right, yes, yeah, I'm going.
Please enjoy your lunch.
I will. Waylon, as you've seen, Waylon shuffles into the room and proceeds to see you all out of the house and off of the grounds.
Okay.
Thank you, Wayland. Yes, you were fantastic as always.
Yes,
Oh,
tell the Lord I loved his rundown shack. It was excellent.
Have a nice day, you all. As he gives
Having
you
a great one. Thank you.
friendly
She's
wave.
gonna put a hand on his shoulder and be like, 50 years. Yes.
Oh, yes. I
Hmm.
remember when the young Lord Vonderhyde was just knee-high to a grasshopper. He was such a little fitful brat, but you know.
Now he's sort of like an ass.
A little
That-
rough around the edges, but you know, misfortune does do that to a man.
Misfortune. Yes. Bad choices made. Many bad choices. Wait, his name is Will. I'm so bad
Waylon.
with names.
Waylon.
Waylon. And serving one. Please, Six Killers say, please think of leaving for own safety, own life. Not safe here. Not good.
Well, someone's got to keep an eye out for him. Especially if
Well-
it's true that his wife is dead.
Yes.
He has no other family.
But does he deserve them?
Don't we all deserve family?
At
Don't
one
we-
point, then
don't-
choices made no
Yeah,
longer deserve.
He fucked up his, so he made his choice.
You have choice now. Big choice. Stay or leave. Die or live.
We're not going to kill you if you stay. It's just
No.
It's
Just
very
this-
likely that the house guests will.
And probably also from something collapsing on you at this point.
Oh,
that could
yes,
also
yes.
be a thing.
This too.
Well, we all meet our end eventually, and my choice is to stay. If I can provide any sort of guidance to Lord Vonderhyde, then I will provide it. If I can, he may not always listen. He is stubborn and stuck in his ways, but if I don't, no one else will.
Fair enough.
Need it way before this. But if this choice.
And he gives you a tip of the cap and a nice nod and waves you all off.
Alright.
Let's go. Let's get out of this neighborhood.
And I think it's a good time to wrap up this episode.
Oh,
It ended so sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
no.
we're gonna
No, but
go
not
meet
that.
this man
Like-
in tavern at least, but can't save them all.
No.
no, I was ready to punt him down the hall.
No. We could pick this man up next time.
Oh,
Just pick
Waylon.
him up and
Literally
Oh, okay.
take him. Just
leave. Yeah, we just take
It's
him
not
with
Rag.
us.
We got Waylon. We'll just take all the people with
Yeah.
us. Like,
Maybe
All the
we
sad
can save them
people.
all. Hey,
wait,
wait,
did you
can
see
we-
we're staffing up?
Can we go back? Can we just take this man? we don't have to end it right here. We could end it on us taking this man.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you all think on it for a week.
I didn't decide this.
All right. Well, with that, let us go ahead and pull the winning for our drawing for our hardcover copy of the Midgard Heroes Handbook.
Ooh, hardcovers. I wish I could win this.
Carmen Bissett! I've seen you in chat all evening here, friend. Type exclamation point claim in the chat and then send me either on Twitter or here on Twitch. Whisper me your address and your name, and we will make sure that you get this fabulous, fabulous book full of such wonderful goodies and spells and subclasses and species. Yes.
Congratulations, Carmen.
Congrats.
Watch your first
Indubitably.
anime too.
Yeah.
Indeed. We will be here next week for our season finale. Same time, same cool place, 6 to 8 p.m. PST. And then we will be back for season 2 come January. And I think we're working on doing a holiday special in the interim. But yes, this was so much fun. Thank you all for being here. I have been your storyteller this evening, Sage.
I have been the Willy Boo at the Willy Boo, fun posting online and having a good time.
I'm Riana. You can at DIY Ferret on like everything.
And I've been Matt at Kataro TPC on Twitter, or my podcast at Curse of Lords. Yeah, I don't have anything else right now.
And I have been Jen. You can find me at the Jenya on Twitter and Instagram, or on the family-friendly D&D podcast, D20 Dames. Thank you. We left it all on the field. We're gonna go back to the locker room, sponge off the sweat.
Get out there. Get out there for the actual final game.
And you know what? And for next time, you all are going to get to go to level 4. So definitely.
Heck yeah.
Exciting.
It's time for a feat.
I can do spells now.
I
More
can do weird
spells.
shit now.
Hell yeah. Oh, yes. Well, you know what you all should do until next time? Feast away!
Feast.
Almost got
Feast
it.
away.
We're getting
We got
there.
it.
Almost.
Nailed it.
I just wanted to say
Definitely
that.
next time.